To be guilty of the crime of infinity is to be guilty of permitting the reckless snowflake, guilty of differential dissociation in a Nordstrom rack, guilty of sharing benign tumors with friends, guilty of the inhalation of cobwebs, guilty of death in the eardrums, of stepping on the cracks, of the brute hesitation wombs, of breathing, of guilty of contacting divinity, guilty of the R-rated tongue twister, guilty of rebirthing the human sharknado, guilty of harvesting the powerhouse of the cell, guilty of the toll of falling asleep at the wheel, of hiding the forsaken hermit crab, of remaining stuck in the shell, of asking, guilty of impersonating the penguin in heat, guilty of unknowingly dividing our time, guilty of ripping the seams and fucking the seamstress. I know something you don't, I know something you don't, I know something. Guilty of swimming in the afterbirth, guilty of the virgin delinquent, of the penitent's to-do list, of the apoptosis, of the steel osmosis, the loss of focus. It's the premature resurrection. You are slurping in air and spitting it out. Feel the pulse on your wrist like a new blade of grass. You are cold to the touch and white like surrender. Feel your ricochet heart and its Morse code beat, and be quiet now. The grown-ups are speaking. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep... If I was the last piece of fruit on earth, I'd eat myself. Wouldn't you? You, with your supersized side-eye and chain-linked fence, I know your type. You've misplaced your prized possessions in the ballpark outfield, crying egg whites off of balconies. Have you ever turned up the volume on a song that you love because you wanted it louder, just to find out that you couldn't handle the sound? Could you hear the shame? Did it buzz or did it purr? Tell me how the good hurt feels. You. Yeah, you. Me. Me with my keystone sternum and broad carbon footprint. Me with my telltale heart only thumping on the... There's a certain chord progression that makes me feel nostalgic, but I'm worried if I find out what it is, it'll become an equation, because we know we can lock ourselves in that room with the lights off and the palms up and that one song and the same smell, and it'll fucking knock you out every time. Breaking down slowly, and with sense. When my epistemology is stretched thin round your dispatch, I really felt like you were shattering the atmosphere around me. I really did. I no longer visit. I really did.